91.3 KXCI Tucson, Real People, Real Radio. We are back talking with Marie Logan from Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And that was just the most wonderful song. Thank you for sharing that with us today.
Yes, I'm so glad that you chose that. That's very touching.
It is.
Okay, I would like to ask you, can you have more than one little brother or little sister at a time?
No. And the reason for that is we really want the relationship to be about one child, one mentor. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have several littles over your lifetime, like me. And we know several of our volunteers do that. You know, once they have a little that has grown up, or perhaps they've moved, they'll get another little and start the process all over again.
How long do littles and bigs stay together?
We mentor the children in our program from either when they graduate high school, it ends, or if they're going on to post-secondary education and the little, who is now an adult, wants to stay connected and participate in some of the programs that we have, we will keep them matched until they're 21. But sometimes kids move, situations change, and the match will close before they graduate from high school.
Okay, and you have different kinds of mentoring programs, I've noticed from your website. Tell us about the different programs.
Sure. The program that I think most people think about is what we call our community-based program. And that's when the volunteer goes to the little's home, picks them up, and they go and do things in the community. That's why it's called a community-based program. Mm-hmm. So they do activities that they enjoy together, and it can be anything. It can be, playing in the park, baking at home, attending community events, whatever it is that they enjoy doing together. And then we have our Mentor 2.0 program. That's our high school mentoring program. And it combines online communication, in-person communication, and also we have program staff that teach a class at the high school. And the purpose of that program is to help the high school students have a plan for what they're going to do when they graduate high school, whether that's going on to post-secondary education, whether it's joining the military, perhaps they're going to get certification in a program out of Pima Community College, whatever it is that they're interested in. We want them to have a plan for that and the tools to be able to do that. We love this program because some people that are interested in volunteering are really nervous about the community-based program and having the time to do it. With this program, they're actually, the big and the little, the high school student, are communicating via an online platform about the classes that the kids are learning in school. So it might be, how do I balance a checkbook? Or, how do I decide what kind of career I want? They communicate back and forth on a weekly basis. And then once a month, we all get together at the high school. That gives the big and little a chance to just talk in person. We usually have an activity, we serve dinner, and it's just a great time to be together. And that has a lot less in-person time commitment, but it's very powerful for the high school student. And actually, my current little is from the Mentor 2.0 program.
Okay, that's very extensive. It's such a wonderful program. You've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm kind of wondering, there must be some outstanding stories in your mind that would be particularly interesting to our audience. Can you think of any at the moment?
I'll tell you one or two of my personal experiences as a big sister, and then kind of wrap it up with just my experience as a CEO. One of the memories that really stands out for me was when I was in Helena, Montana, and the little sister that I had at that time, she had a really challenging home life. And she was in 4th grade and had ADD, a severe case of ADD, and really struggled in school. I really felt like, okay, we're friends, but I don't know if I'm helping this situation because it's so monumental, all the things going on in this little girl's life. And one day when I was seeing her, she pulled out this little binder portfolio. And she said, I have a really hard time organizing. And I was wondering if you could help me organize my schoolwork in this binder. And I thought, okay, I'm helping. And as we were talking, she opened up and she said, my family is not a very good family. And I was just speechless. I mean, it just broke my heart. But I realized at that moment that she was really opening up to me, and she felt secure in talking to me about things that were going on in her life. And I hope I was able to help her in that discussion about her family and about her life, and how much she was so important to so many people in her life, and that she was a good person. And that's just one of the moments that I had with her that was so powerful. And then just recently with my current little sister, who is graduating in 2 weeks. We were texting just this week. She sent me an invitation to her high school graduation party and the date of the graduation ceremony. And I said, oh my goodness, Ivy, it's 2 weeks. Can you believe it? It just took my breath away. I'm just so involved and invested in this young woman who is so extraordinary. She has a full scholarship to NAU, first in her family to attend college. And I've just been along for the ride. And it's just incredible to me to see her grow. I don't know, I can't even express it. But that's another memory, a recent memory. And then also just as a CEO, I remember when I first came to Tucson, the first month I was here, I was walking downtown with a coworker, and it was the middle of the day, it was lunchtime, and these two boys come flying down the sidewalk on bicycles, and, kind of one of those, whoo, wow, they're going to run me over moments. And then my coworker said, oh, that's interesting. Those kids are playing hooky from school, and I'm pretty sure that's one of our little brothers. And it was like, okay, we've got some work to do here. It ended up, this little brother really had some issues at home. He ended up being removed from the home and spent all of his high school years in a group foster home. And his big brother was the one consistent person in his life through all of those transitions for him. And they are still together. The little brother has graduated high school. I got to attend his high school graduation. It was wonderful. We had a wonderful celebration. And he is now working for the Pima County Sheriff's Department. And he will tell you it was because of my big brother that I'm doing what I'm doing today, and I'm okay today. And so that's one of my favorite little brother, big brother memories.
Those are great stories and great memories. And it really shows how not just the kids get so much out of it, but also the volunteers do too. It's a win-win situation. Thank you for sharing those. And we're about out of time, but just once more, give your website so that people know how to either refer people or to be a volunteer.
Sure. It's www.soazbigs.org.
Marie, thanks so much for coming and talking about your great program. It's really inspiring, and we're really happy to have you. I think we're out of time though, right, Aspen?
At some shows you just don't want to end, and this is one of them. You seem so perfect for the job that you have. It's just so wonderful to have you today. But unfortunately, we are out of time. And thanks for all the work that you do with Big Brothers and Big Sisters. It just makes me wish I was a kid again, and I can just heal that part of me by having a big sister. And thanks for your music choice today. It was just perfect. And thanks to all you wonderful people out there for listening to Broad Perspectives Radio. Please join us every Sunday at 3:00. And don't turn your dial, because next up we have Boom Goddess Radio with Jennifer Davis Page. Have a great week.